So we're going to do this mole. I think it's a swan. I am not too sure, but I think it's a swan. And I think it's a jewelry case. So this is the top. And it fits this way. When it's done, should be something like that. So let's pour and get it set, and then do a reveal. So my color choice is grape myrtle, looks like red, and actual red. Gonna mix all of this, and I have more just in case I have to use more. So I'm gonna use a good amount. A little bit goes a long way, but I want it to be really red. This is not a really red one. So the myrtle red. Use a little bit of that. And a good amount of this red. A little goes a long way, I know. Use that red. Let's see what we get. We get a stick to mix. I like to save my sticks and use the one that already has resin, so that I have less bubbles when I finish mixing. Okay, need a little bit of salt. I see some bubble rising. So I'm holding my stick firmly, and I'm holding it down onto the bottom of the cup. So like I'm pressing it on the bottom of the cup as I stir, and I'm trying to get the sides. Get the sides in. Until I do this to get the sides. See right there. You get everything mixed. It's nice to have a cup that's smooth on the inside. That way, you know, the stick is not going into grooves. It's going along a smooth surface. And get the mica powder mixed straight out. Trying to see how my makeup already mixed out. Okay, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so that's 1 cup. 1 cup mix. So we're gonna pour in the top last. I want the swan to be fully red. Never seen a red swan, but hey, this is not nature. Okay, so I'm gonna pour in. This is a neck. I want to pour in a little bit at a time. And I'll make sure I get all my space in. Okay, so we have these holes in there. So I'm gonna pour in. And let that stay for a while. And pour here. And I'm gonna pour here. And so far I see that I don't have a lot of bubbles, so that's a good thing. Next, I'm gonna, before I pour the bottom, I want to shake this down a bit. I get in here and into the groove. See, I'm gonna shake it like this, make sure I don't have any air bubbles. See, I have one right there. See how the bubbles come up and out. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna do a little spritz of 99%. I think that one is 99, yeah, 99% alcohol. And I think we're good. So I'm gonna pour the rest. So now I know I'm gonna need more for the top. Which is okay. Which is okay. I'm gonna need more for the top and I'm gonna need a little more for the bottom, so this takes a lot. And I don't measure. I don't measure how much I pour in, because I make hair clips, so And I have little birds that I make, and I love to make little birds and little flowers. So when I have excess, I just use those molds. And this is my first time using this mold, so I don't know how many liters to use. So I'm just gonna make a little more, maybe all of this. Let's see. All right. We're gonna leave this, and if we need more, we just pour it on top, pour the rest on top. So we need a handy dandy little spoon, wooden spoon thing, stick. So we need a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and we need a lot of this. Okay, see, a little goes a long way, but I know the color I'm going for. The top could be a little lighter. That's okay with me. I think the top should be lighter too. Just to have a little contrast. So I'm gonna mix this again. I'm gonna try to do this in the next 10 minutes. 13 minutes. I'm gonna try to make sure that I use this mixture of resin in 13 minutes, because my time is 40 minutes after I mix the epoxy together. Okay, so after a few, I like to give it a little spritz of alcohol. Get some of my bubbles. Okay, so to the mixture, to mix it some more. And I might have some left over because I don't think this mold takes a lot. So I might have left over. And if I have left over, I know it's not a problem for me. As a matter of fact, I love having leftovers. I don't like to pour and have to mix again like I'm doing now. But with this, I know I would. I know I would. But I don't like to pour and then don't have any leftover. Okay, so we'll be mixing this out, mixed out. So we have 9 minutes, which is a good time before we start getting hot. So right now it's pretty cool. So another time. Make sure this is bubble free. I'm not gonna pour that right yet. Look up a little more time, not a lot. Maybe another 30 seconds or so, just so the air bubbles could relax. And I have the project over here doing also, so let's give this a little squirt. I'll show this in a minute. Okay, I think we could pour now. The color is matching. The color is not off or anything. So I'm gonna pour a little of this till it full. Alright. So before I make it goes to the top, I'm gonna move it. Let's hope I could move it. Yes, I can. A bit like this. Put it on this table right here. Okay. Next, we're going to fill up the other cup. Fill this up. Just simply pour it on the top of this. Make it circle. Before I pour everything, making it circle. Circle in the bottom. Get some of the air bubbles out. Get it circle all the way in the bottom. Pour it in. Just pour it on top. It's a beautiful red too. Beautiful red color. Okay. I may have poured too much. I may not be able to lift this one. I'm not sure. But I could let it stay here also. I could lift, I could lift, I could lift. The mold is firm enough for me to lift. So I could lift. I'm gonna turn the camera so you could see where I put it. So it's right there. It's on a leveling table. It is right there. And I have this project going. So I have a little bit of resin inside and I'm gonna let that set overnight. I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna finish it off. And I also doing this. This is a teddy bear. I did the blue. Did this blue teddy bear before. I'm doing a brown one now. And I'm doing those letters. Okay, so let's level off. Level off. I'm looking at this and it's looking pretty good. We're gonna pour until it comes up. Give this a little bit more. I've seen a bubble over here. Okay, that's gone. A little bit more. Just watching it. Okay. Watching it level off. Can you see? Okay, there we go. Watching it level off. Right there. That's inverse. Working on the bubbles. Okay, that's good. And we're just gonna top it off. Top off the bottom. There we go. And top off the top. Here we go. Let me take a little bit more. Just a bit more. Okay. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Alright, so we're gonna let that set for 24 hours until it hardens. Okay, so we are going to use the little bit that's left, and I still have a minute to work with this, but so far it's not hot, still not hot as yet, so I still have a little time, maybe another 5 minutes or so. So I'm just gonna make some hearts. With the rest of the red, mix a little bit of hearts. Just in my hand. Okay, I have 6 hearts, and I think we could do something else. Alright, since it fell in this one, let's put some in here. And give his little body some. Okay. This is why I said that if I make excess, that's okay, because I have molds that I could finish it off with. I I'm doing now. So with this, I'm still gonna work on this. I do have a little bit more left, but it's clear. I'm gonna make clear resin with the rest. I'm gonna pour this to this square one. Oops. So I don't really do tutorials. I usually just make my molds. I'll show it. But somebody said, why don't you speak? Speaking is like doing tutorials, and that wasn't my aim. So we could get a lot from this mixture. Get a lot of filler just from this little bit of leftover in the cup. We're coming to the end. We're coming to the end. Of course, it started messy as we come to the end, right? So let's see what else we could get. We could get this one. This would be too much for the tiny one. I'll turn it over. See? Just enough for this one. Yep. There we go. I'll try to clean this up. Yeah, put it. Okay. So that is done. That is done. Alright, so we're gonna have those set for 24 hours.